Hi, I'm Mrs. Kesters from Walsh Jesuit High School, and this section is on solving rational equations. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. And this type of equation looks exactly like when you're adding and subtracting those rational expressions. But you do it kind of the same way by finding your LCD first. So when working with this problem, okay, first what you want to do is see if you can cancel anything out. And if you can't, then you're all set. So 1 and 2p can't cancel. 1 over p, you cannot cancel. Then you have p plus 4 over 4p squared, you cannot cancel. But when you see this minus sign here, you really have to distribute it. So make it plus a negative and change all of the signs behind it, okay? So really you have a negative p minus 4 on top. So let's find our LCD, which if you look at everything, between 2 and 4, we need a 4. Then you take the highest power of p that you see on the bottom, which is going to be p squared. Now, when you are working with equations rather than expressions, you can go through and clear fractions. So let's go ahead and clear fractions. And what you want to do is multiply every single term by your least common denominator. And we can put this guy in parentheses. So multiply everything by 4p squared. So your 2 and 4 will cancel, leave you with 2. 1p will cancel. So you have 2p times 1, which leaves me with 2p. Then here, my p cancels with this p squared, and I'm just left with 4p times 1, so I get 4p. Then the last one, my 4p squared and 4p squared completely cancel out, so I'm left with negative p minus 4. Now that looks so much simpler, and just combine and solve. So on this side, you have 2p on the left, 4p minus p gives me 3p minus 4. Then subtract 3p on both sides. And you have negative p equals negative 4. Divide by negative 1, so p equals positive 4, which is your answer to this problem. Because you're solving, you're going to get numbers as your answers. So p equals 4 is your answer for this equation. Let's try one more example. Alright, we've got 4 over n plus 4 minus 2 over n plus 4 equals 1 over n minus 3. Now first, you want to see if you can cancel anything. We cannot cross-cancel this 4 because of this plus sign in the bottom. So even if you want to, put parentheses around everything here. Then nothing else will cancel, and you notice you have a minus sign. So make it plus a negative 2, so you remember to distribute everything. Alright, let's find our LCD. So you need a factor of all of n plus 4. You also need a factor of this n minus 3. So what you want to do is go through this problem and multiply every single term by n plus 4, n minus 3. Because we are going to clear fractions. Alright, so when you do this, your n plus 4's cancel out, and you're just left with 4, then in parentheses, n minus 3. And don't worry about distributing yet, because we've got a lot of stuff going on. Then we have this n plus 4 cancels again. So you're minus 2, and you have an n plus 3 left over. Then your n minus 3 and your n minus 3 cancels, and you're left with 1, then in parentheses, n plus 4. Now that problem looks so much easier like that by just clearing fractions. So go ahead and distribute. Distribute your 4, you get 4n minus 12. Distribute the whole negative 2, so you have negative 2m plus 6. Then when you distribute your 1, you just get left with what's inside. Combine your like terms. 4m minus 2m gives me 2m. Negative 12 plus 6 gives me negative 6 equals m plus 4. Then get your m's on the same side. So subtract m on both sides, and you're left with m minus 6 equals 4, and add 6. So m equals 10 is my final answer. So that's all you have to do when you are going through and solving these types of rational equations. You want to go through and clear fractions. My final answer is m equals 10. So if you have any questions, stop and see me in the math office or email me at kesterse@walshjesuit.org. I'll see you in class.